Good morning, everyone. This is Bagger Dawns. It is June 27th at about 9:19 and 9:20 a.m. in the morning. I just wanted to point out to you how this works. I want you to be able to see it so you can believe it for yourself. Last night, this is a chart of the Nasdaq. It's a specialized price chart. This is the time is approximately 10 or 11 o'clock, and the Nasdaq was trading at about 71.10 or so there, 71, maybe 15, 71.20. And during the night, the market sold off, sold off, sold off, sold off, almost one over 100 Nasdaq points. The markets were set to crash this morning, and they were going to gap down. Would have been before the weekend, the 4th of July, and it would have been what everyone was talking about over the 4th of July. But the Nasdaq was gonna gap down. The S&P was gapping down too. Its chart was commensurate, and the Dow. They were all down very, very hard. I haven't looked specifically at the Dow, probably a few hundred. It was probably at least 1%. And what I wanted to show you is right in here, right at about 4 o'clock, which is what we pretty much expected, right here, and then between 4:30 and 5 o'clock, you see this little buy here? And you can see the time, okay? So just to mark this is 4:57. And this is right here is, 10 minutes of 4. So between here and here, the selling stopped. So what's so miraculous about that time? Why is it Bagger gets himself up in the morning many times to see what's going on there? Well, that is the war room. The Secretary of the Treasury of the United States, who stepped on his pecker earlier in the week and overstated the China war, he had to, by word of the president, undo the damage. So what he does, there's a war room on the markets, and they open at 4 a.m. and then by 5 they start putting in billions into the futures market. And then he'll follow that up closely with a statement, and then by the time everyone wakes up, the markets are right back at their highs. He's on the boob tube. They're releasing statements, and everything is right with the world. That, folks, is called the Plunge Protection Team. Now, the Plunge Protection Team was created by Reagan, years and years ago, and it was meant to protect the markets from, an outside event, not for political purposes. But we've seen and you've heard about it. I just want to point it out to you. It happens, not if not all the time, much of the time. That is the not so invisible hand of your government manipulating the markets. What will happen between now and the 4th of July? We got very light volume. They have put down, their statement, and these markets are going to be held basically just about where they are. They're going to do everything they can going into the 4th of July. That is farcical, but it is what it is, and it's why we trade the markets the way that we do. They cannot fool us. They cannot hide from us, and our systems are on it. Thank you very much. Have a nice 4th of July. We'll talk to you tonight. We'll see how the day goes.